That's for sure.
Beautiful. So let's just dive right into that, Dellanno. You said you want to know how to sew?
Yeah, I want to learn how to sew. Cause I'm a thrifting little dude lately. I'm broke. I gotta buy clothes.
But people still do like competitive thrifting. There's still people out there that they do it for status or whatever. It's like, look at when I thrifted, and they're like thrift stores in LA. You're still spending $300.
Yeah, that's not thrifting to me.
No. All right, what's thrifting to you?
Thrifting, it needs to be like $5.
I agree. That's what thrifting's supposed to be. $5.
Bro, I be getting cashmere for like $10. I'd be so excited.
You just have a couple blood stains, but then that comes right out.
It's okay. You just need vinegar.
Do you want to make your own clothes?
No, that's too much. I think
for now.
Yeah.
I think the bug's gonna get you.
The bug is kind of getting me, but I like to just to because here's the thing, I don't know who's making all these smalls and shit, but they're not small because the torso is like
too long.
Yeah, it's too long, so everything feels like.
I have the exact same problem on the opposite side.
No,
right? So it's like I go to Abercrombie because it's like I guess double XLs are in now, and like skinny people are buying them. I'm like, no, these are just my shirts. I've had to wait until now for shirts my size that are actually cut right, because normally like a company, like a trendy company, will see double XLs and just go, none of that's going to be consistent. Like there's no tapered fit for guys over 250. It's just like any size, any shape can be.
Yeah.
And they just go, so we're just going to make it bad. And it doesn't have the same cut.
See, but yeah, all this stuff is just too long. That's why I need to hem it.
Are you saying you wish your shirts accentuated your body more?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wish they were cut for my body. Normally, when like you get a double XL, it's cut for like a larger version of, I guess, SpongeBob SquarePants is what they assume.
So it's just a box, is what?
Yeah, it's just a box. Hello, by the way, welcome.
Hi.
We've never met before.
Caroline.
Nice to meet you, officially, Caroline. Dellanno said, "Go bring in a friend." I'm like, absolutely. But Caroline, thank you very much for putting up with us during our
Thanks for
Threads talk.
having me.
You know, we're men of style in class.
Damn right.
Hey, look at us, dude. Thrift finds are cool. There's a place that comes here every couple months called ThriftCon.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll roll into ThriftCon and just like try to find obscure band tees, and that'll take up a lot of my time.
There was a headliner. I won't say his name, but he was hosting. Or he was on, and he was telling me what he got thrifted, and he bought like $1,000 T-shirt.
Really?
But I'm like, bro, you got scammed because there's no way. He bought like some band T-shirt, but it was just one of those old. I feel like bands you would listen to.
Right. I'm not getting any levels for me. Hold on one second.
That's not good.
We were talking about thrifting, I think.
It's all good. It's all good.
Got thrown off.
All I'm trying to say is that I need to. Yeah, I got into the bug. It's the thrill of the find. I like the hunt.
Yeah. But now it's like everything has this layer of nostalgia to it. So it's like we're all trying to find something that we would have found in our attic anyway.
Yeah.
But didn't. Like we're all like, dude, look at this Wheaties shirt I found. And everyone ganks out. I used to have like my crown jewel when I was in San Francisco was it was the Breakfast Club.
Oh, for real?
But it was all of the breakfast cereal mascots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was like, it said The Breakfast Club, and they were in that kind of pose, but it was all of them, like Tony the Tiger.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was gangster, and it was like, it was a weird flex, but it's a childish flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like, that's that weird thing about the now, like the, I guess they call it vintage.
Yeah.
But it's just your uncle's shirt. Yeah.
I don't know. I think also one. Everyone tells me with stand up, they're like, what I was told a lot is like you got to dress better. I don't know if they've ever told y'all that.
No.
Just me.
They usually more advice. Attack who I am. No.
Change you.
No, but none of them were ever like, you should wear Nautilus. Like, no, it's never been.
Yeah, when I was younger, they always told me, they were like, bro, you're funny. Just once you learn how to dress, because like when I first got an 18-year-old Dan.
What were you wearing? Why were they telling you to dress different?
I was wearing a lot of like just Patriots hoodies.
Okay.
You still.
I was wearing medieval armor everywhere. I don't know. Sometimes you see those guys early in the scene that just make a bold fashion choice and stick with it.
Yeah.
There was a dude I knew in SF, and he just wore a cape everywhere. That was his thing. Yeah.
I like that.
He was a sweetheart. He was a sweetheart.
He just made fun of me for wearing Patriots hoodies. And you like the cape?
I feel like there's something behind that.
At least other Patriots fans agree with you.
You got it.
At Cape, it's you against the world, man. Like, everyone
That's what he's trying to tell everybody wearing the cape. He really is him against the world.
Imagine you bomb and you gotta flap your cape off.
You gotta go like,
See, that could
For my
save your
next
set,
trick.
though.
That's not saving his head.
this guy.
You did 5 minutes bombing with a cape. That little flap is not gonna save your head.
This guy was wild. His name was Danny Decci. I hope he's still doing stuff. But he would go out before every show at the beginning, and he had a violin case, and he was very dramatic. He'd like flop his cane, and then he'd open the violin case, and he'd reach in away from the audience and just pull out a pencil, like a bright number 2 pencil, and then he'd just play a song off of his cheek.
What?
And then just walk off stage.
Was it a hit? Did people like it?
People like it was kind of it got mixed reviews because he did it every week. And, he'd just do like a slightly different song, but like sometimes he'd get like a patriotic one, but he just like. But you know what I mean? Like it was like a but he would just drum it off and move his mouth around and do the tune of it. Sometimes it was like, America the Beautiful. Sometimes it was like Shakira, but it was like that was his thing.
Yeah.
He's like, I got capes, I got this. I got my mouth pencil act.
Does he perform still around here?
This was in San Francisco, and this was probably 7 years ago. I have no idea. I hope he's alive. Or the vampires finally made him not a familiar, and now he can actually he can attack the darkness as he's always intended. That dude, he did remind me of like a vampire familiar.
Really?
Just like someone the vampires hired to be like, hey, lure in other people.
Was he tall? Was he?
No, but he was like just kind of like he was beakish. You know what I mean? Like he had like a kind of beaky nose and like a widow's peak.
Looks like a white
And
guy.
he had the cape, and he was just like, and he just kind of looked Transylvanian. I don't know. He was a great guy. I love seeing Danny Decci out because then he knew it was going to be a good time. Because like sometimes he just casually while he's talking, he was like. And then I was over there.
That's what you do need in stand up. You do need that like eccentric.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, they're here. It's gonna be at least be a fun night.
For me, it's like with Seven. When I see Seven.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I love seeing Seven.
Oh, he's amazing. He's incredible. I saw it at Eddie's Attic. He came in and did like a bucket spot and just tore the room apart. He was so like, and he, my girl that I know very well, she was with me. And she sent me a text and said, I counted 47 fucks. And it was, I think it was a 3-minute set. I'm like, that's impressive.
So with Seven, for those of you who don't know, is a comedian who yells and just yells fuck a lot.
Yes, he does.
But there is like...
there's always a through line. Like, there's something he's saying.
He has like a water bottle always.
Yeah.
Oh, he's always...
It used to be alcohol.
Hydrated.
Because it used to be alcohol. And I guess I'll tell this story. But one day... Actually, I'll say... Yeah, so... Seven, he was scream and curse and all that stuff, and there is like a theme to it. And usually, like, it used to be a lot of like, fuck work, fuck going in 9 to 5.
But then it'll be like, I could tell he saw something crazy on the news. And he just comes and he goes, the people gotta know.
Yeah.
Fucking what's going on? He's like an old wrestling guy.
That's a perfect impression of
because
that.
he's almost out of breath.
Yeah.
He's almost out of breath as he says, he goes, and I'm sick and fucking tired of seeing these little princesses come to me and say Seven. It's like, it's very performative. Like it could be on Broadway.
So when I was 19, I had just dropped out of college, and my mom was like, hey, I want to see you do stand-up. And I take my mom and like a bunch of my cousins out, and we all go to this terrible open mic. It was Camelli's.
Okay.
Camelli's Pizza Shop. And I go on dead last, and there's no one in the audience. Seven goes on before me, and he does his thing, and he murders with my family. My family's the only audience there. He murders. I go on after. Seven leave. He didn't even watch my set. Seven, he left. I didn't even watch my set. And I just had to like crowd work with this like Puerto Rican server. And I bombed terribly. And then on the drive back, my mom cries. And she goes, I can't believe my son does this every night.
Oh, no.
And then she goes, I can't believe. But then she goes, that Seven guy was really funny.
That's great. It's always the thing that they think they're saying that's nice that hurts the most.
Yeah.
Just I remember my sister saw me bomb once. I've told this story before, so skipping straight to the end. We're driving back in almost silence, and she looks over at me and just goes, you're good at a lot of stuff.
that hurt. That's right to the
Oh yeah, and I'm like,
heart.
oh, I had to like pull over the car. I was
Like, you don't have to do this.
yeah. Like you got it. And she was trying to be encouraging, but it just hurt so much.
Have you ever had family see you do stand up yet?
My sister and my dad actually, yeah, they
Really?
liked it. No, but my sister, when she saw me, she heckled everybody.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
so I
Oh, that's
pretended like I
wild.
didn't know her after. Because I couldn't accept that. Wait, no, the craziest thing Seven said to me, one time he came up to me and he was just like, my van's name is Caroline.
That's Riz right there. That's pretty good.
Did it work?
I named it after my
Yeah.
home. He doesn't live there, but like, yeah, it worked. Oh,
Yeah.
Got a spot.
Y'all need to start naming your cars after girls you want to get with.
Guys don't really name stuff like that.
No, but you should, and then you should say, do you want to see it?
I don't know, do you name stuff?
I would never.
Inanimate objects?
I just call it her. But I would never.
Her.
I would never give it a woman's name.
Her.
I'm trying to get.
You say her.
Yeah, this is the get. Where?
This is my baby.
No, that's a little weird.
What do you mean,
well,
like
to
your
be
car?
fair-
Are you talking about your car right now?
Yeah,
You say her.
yeah. I like
Alright.
she. I want.
She?
Why am I the weird one?
No, I call
Someone
it,
just
I call
called.
it like,
He said,
I'm the weird one.
her name is Caroline. She's a Virgo. Like he has her whole chart.
I thought you were saying she's a virgin.
Yeah, oh, yeah. 7 probably not.
Okay, to be fair, he was like, my mom's name is Caroline.
All right, cool. We can't
Yeah.
make it creepy now.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's what I'll do too.
Yeah.
Named it after my Meemaw. But no, I never named anything. But like, yeah, I have like, I'll see girls go like, where did she go? I'm like, who is she? She goes, my purse. I go, why would you do that?
I do that. I hate to say it. That's a
do
thing.
that?
But you don't call your car like this.
No, that's the car.
She. You don't really.
It.
I'll call it like baby girl.
Because it's not a.
You'll call your car baby girl.
But yeah, baby girl. She's
No,
got
that's
some
too.
hits.
That's too.
Nah,
That's
she's-
too much. That's
She's got-
I do like action movies though when he gets in and he just like kisses the he's like mamacita
To the car?
like a cool it's usually like a getaway guy or whatever.
Yeah.
The relationship that they have with
Oh,
the vehicle.
yeah,
It goes, oh
yeah.
mamacita because they've gotten through things together.
But those guys usually die. And
they always die.
Yeah.
never once has the wheelman made it out.
The wheel man.
But yeah, no, I call my car like this is. I want baby girl. That's
call it baby
reserved.
girl.
That's reserved for.
Oh yeah, baby girl's gonna screw up the robbery.
Yeah.
Baby girl's gonna be out there out front.
Baby
just
girl
going,
doesn't have a bumper, so I got to be sweet to her.
Your baby girl got no ass.
Nah, somebody tore her panties off. She literally has nothing.
Still.
Yes, still. Because the front, actually, I was just in another. So that was a hit and run.
Oh.
And then my front also had a hit and run. Yeah. But that's fixed now.
So they fixed your front, but your back still has no ass.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Is it like a weird piece?
Yeah, like from certain angles you can't see it. It's only like a corner.
Is that what you tell the cops?
What?
You tell the cops that?
I didn't tell the cops about that one because I didn't realize it until I got home. And it was raining really hard that night. So I thought the rain...
No.
Hold on.
It was raining really hard.
That'd be pretty heavy
No,
rain.
it was it was like the crazy rain.
We have a name for that. It's hail, and it would have to be hail to do something.
No, so like it was just,
It's got to be heavier
no,
than
because I
water.
came home and I was like concerned. I was like, I don't know if it was like this or if the rain did it. Like I don't know.
The rain.
Yeah, have you ever
I like
driven
that.
in the rain before?
No, I don't think that's happened to anybody.
It just takes forever to patch all the holes.
Yeah, I know.
No, well, to be fair, cars aren't really metal anymore.
No, like I asked
that's-
for the security footage of where I was.
You're like, I'm gonna catch this rain.
Well, it was raining so hard you couldn't see anything in the video. So I was like, it's adding
Hey,
up.
0.1 rain. That's a pretty good point for rain.
So you said it was a hit and run?
It was a hit and run. Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
That sucks.
You have enemies? Do you have
I
enemies?
don't know.
You got nemesis. Evil twin.
That'd be fun to find out.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just some doppelganger of you's been Just slapping reporters, silly.
She's just trying to steal my life. She's getting ready.
No, she doesn't give a fuck about your life. She's like a cocaine dealer, so you know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. Yeah. You don't want to find out that, like, your twin, like, your long-lost twin is just a loser.
Like, successful.
That's your long-lost twin. He goes, you're a comedian? That's amazing. Like,
Oh, no. Or you find out you're the loser twin.
I want that. I want my twin to be aspirational.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you find out your twin maybe could sit through math class, and you're like, oh, man, this is what could have been.
Or y'all know that... Oh, sorry, what?
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, like, have y'all seen the 3 Perfect Strangers on Netflix? Where it's like the 3 triplets.
We don't really... we don't digest those kind of docs.
What?
Like that. Like that.
It's okay.
What?
I was just speaking for both of us for no reason. I just thought it'd be funny to just be
I was like,
about
are we
it.
taking the sexual?
No. It's like, sorry, we don't watch that. I only watch... Sorry, unless my pastor okays it, I can't watch that kind of stuff. No, so is it like separated from birth kind of thing?
So it's 3 identical twins, and it's like fucked up. They separated them into 3 classes. Like one went to a rich family, one went to a middle class family, one went to a poor family.
Scientists did this?
Yeah, they like literally took 3 triplets.
This is not real.
No, it's real.
Really?
No, they like from birth, and they didn't know it until they were like 20.
And their parents like signed them away.
Yeah, that they had like 2 like twin brothers basically, and then like
scientists are evil, dude.
Yeah.
So we've always it's been kind of going down this rabbit hole a little bit. I think we still have a lot of Nazi scientists.
We do.
I think we still have them.
Did you see the Chinese dude on Twitter?
What you talking about?
There's a Chinese scientist on Twitter, and he's like, it would not be that hard to depopulate India. He said that. He said
that's ominous.
He's
I just on Twitter. He's just like he's musing it on the toilet, and he's got a nice bidet because they're.
He said it wouldn't be hard, and then he had another one where it was like he was like, "No, we can play God." He's like, "We can make like people and stuff like that."
Dang, dude!
Imagine being that confident.
What's his at? What's his at, dude? I think this he might be the new Ye. Like, that's pretty wild statements.
But that's 3 Stranger Things is true. That's a real story.
It's real.
What?
I didn't watch it, but you know.
Stranger Things.
No, I read the bio. It's like real.
Stranger Things?
No. Wait, what?
What?
The 3 Perfect Strangers. Yes, it was real.
Oh, that's real.
No,
okay,
like,
so I always believe when someone's like, scientists did this without telling us.
No, but they did it. They really did it. And then the poorest one turned out like the worst.
That's
really?
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, thank God we had those scientists and ruined the kids' lives. What was the basis of the study? Oh yeah, money makes life easier. We just felt like ruining 1.5 lives. The guy in the middle, he almost didn't want to put a gun in his mouth every night.
No, yeah, the wealthy one, he lived a pretty good life.
Really?
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, I think the middle one, the middle class did well.
The middle one did okay.
So hold up.
So wait, so you're saying rich did great,
and
middle
then the
did
poor
okay,
one,
poor did bad.
I think he became like addicted to drugs.
You got all this from the bio?
No, because like I don't know.
I mean, that's a bit of a spoiler. I haven't even read the study yet.
She's talking about the
well, I've also read I read something about it too.
She's like, I don't know how that Chinese scientist could have so much confidence, and you're talking about this show.
No,
that she saw the preview for while thumbing through Netflix.
Regardless, it's not good what the Chinese scientists said, but imagine being that confident.
What, to be a Chinese scientist? That is a long road.
To say something.
Yeah.
To be a Chinese scientist, you had to beat so many people. Like, that's insane. Like,
what he said is absolutely insane. You're like, buddy, wow.
If you're like China's top scientist, you've been playing King of the Hill since you were 3 years old.
Well, that's the thing.
With like math and everything. Like,
I don't know if he's a top scientist.
Oh, he's just one of them?
I think he's like a current Yay scientist.
Can you be like a self-proclaimed scientist? Like, could I just tell you guys I'm a scientist?
You told us all about the 3 perfect strangers.
What if I was just like... Well, he is a scientist.
Is he a real one?
Nah, I got beef with Bill Nye.
Why?
Because after the
he didn't pick you for a show as a kid, or
no, I have beef with Bill Nye because after Deflategate, his goofy ass went on and tried to prove that it was Tom who deflated the balls, but clearly with I'm forgetting the law in science, but when things get colder,
they shrink.
Air does deflate.
So you think that's when you're like, oh, this guy's bought and sold.
That's where
That's when you're like, oh, maybe you're not that guy.
Wait,
maybe you're not the
you're
science
mad at
guy.
him because why?
Because he was trying to make it seem like Tom Brady was a cheater.
Oh.
And Tom Brady is a beautiful, sweet angel.
I know that.
Who has never done anything wrong.
Never done anything.
I don't think he's ever done anything wrong.
I don't either.
His wife was the one who cheated. It wasn't him. Everyone tried to.
With the jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
Oh man, just with a Brazilian accent.
I bet. Yeah.
Ugh. Sorry, I'm leaving you. For him, he goes, don't you worry, I'll take good care of your wife, you know? Don't you worry about her, man. Come on, you want to wrestle a little? Tom Brady. He probably says his name with the first and last. Tom Brady.
Imagine taking Tom Brady's wife.
Woo! That is, I mean, hopefully Tom Brady, he's not quite.
Yeah, she's a supermodel, but still, it's Tom, like.
But anytime, like, Tom Brady's assassin rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he didn't make, and this is why Tom Brady's the GOAT. He didn't make as much money as he should have made because he took a lot of pay cuts for the team.
That's right. He did because he was a team leader.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah.
I did I wanted him to be a good commentator so bad.
It's not that.
I just wanted it. I wanted him to be great at everything, and then he opened his mouth. He's like, ah.
But he's cool if like you actually like care about the film of the game.
Right, but he doesn't. But he gets talked over a lot and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But it's like when he said one thing about the sanctity of the game, like when he was talking about college players getting money. Mm-hmm. I have to press that button. Hold on. See, this is why we check. It was about college kids making money, and he was saying that it would ruin the idea that you could build your own program, like building a program from the ground up.
Tom was saying this?
Yeah, like if college kids are always transferring and they're getting bought and sold like in the NFL. It's going to be harder to build good programs.
I'm so glad those kids are making money.
I was about to say, they can make money now, right? Off sponsorship?
Yeah.
Yes, they can. They're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
They're making.
I felt bad. I mean, I felt a little cheated, but to be fair, I was a track athlete, and no one ever has given and cared. like no one's ever. There were at best we got a full scholarship.
Nah, that's some good.
Did you get a scholarship?
For the Olympics and stuff like that. But that's only. It's only like 2 events. It's like sprinting and pole vault. Mm-hmm. No one's like, what's America's discus program doing these days? Yeah. It's a bummer. It's a bummer because they're really they train really hard, but no one cares.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's not the flashy.
It's not very flashy,
bro. But those the what's it called? Shout out Oregon.
Shout out to Oregon, dude. They like their track team there. They put them like on the cards at
I'm sorry
for the hotel. Oh, you don't like the Ducks?
I don't know about this.
Oh, okay. We can talk about
what's the
else.
Ducks? Is that a track team?
Well, kind of. Yeah, it's Oregon.
Oregon. Their mascot.
Oh,
are the Ducks.
Fun.
In other news, did you see we got our fucking astronauts back?
Yes, we did.
How nice was that?
There was dolphins when they landed.
That was the coolest part.
Because I thought those were sharks. I was like, imagine coming back and then you get eaten by a shark.
Imagine you spend 9 months in space and that's just the beginning of your horror movie.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
But yeah, it was supposed to be like 8 days.
Yeah.
And then they got stranded up there for 9 months.
Bro, the shit it does to your body too, because like they've grown.
Yeah.
It stretches you out, and then they'll. I think they're gonna like randomly pass out when they give in. Like
yeah. I think it'd be cool to go to space, but I realistically know that is math jail. It's just you have the dimensions of a prison cell, and you're doing math all day. Like that's math prison.
But
like, it does nothing about that sounds fun to me.
If you're.
You need to look out and go look where my jail is.
If you're gonna be able to go up there, that means they've simplified it so that. Just we can.
You're right.
What do you do?
If it ever gets to where we can go up, they've made it idiot proof.
What are they supposed to do up there? Like once they're up there,
you got to check stuff. You got to turn knobs.
Because they were on
the lights. You got to tap lights. You go like, is that a good light?
I think like, are they looking for stuff?
Yeah, you got to write everything down.
Aliens.
I think it's mostly checklists.
Well, they're working on the International Space Station. That's where they were. So like, it's a lot of like maintaining it, and that's what they do.
Don't they want it on the moon or something?
I think anywhere would be nice. I think.
I don't think they're looking for like real. The space station.
Up there.
They're not looking for real estate.
Yeah. But to be fair, why not? Right? Yeah.
You think they're up there on Zillow?
I think they're or Mars. We can get to Mars now.
We can get to Mars now. Checking optimal temperatures. You're like 75 at night. I don't know. We're trying to find the next LA.
Would you go to space?
Yeah.
If the return trip was not guaranteed.
Because now I'm not. Well, probably not then. Would you go?
So much of their stuff breaks.
I just don't think
it seems like it's all been breaking. Every time, like, they were supposed to be up there for 8 days. They were up there for 9 months, and that's something they needed to do.
How do they know? Like, how much food do you think? What if they ran out?
Well, it took them 9 months, and we were right there.
I know. Well, they gotta like pack for like the just in case.
Can you imagine they only had a year?
They're like, oh fuck, it's hey, clocks are ticking.
I think I would be quicker if we to say yes if it was a teleport.
Ooh,
Like if they figured out some kind of phase technology where you're like, okay, there's a 1 in 300 chance, which is probably the same as a rocket flight, but at least it's instant. And then I can just go, all right, I made the choice. Okay, cool, I'm there. I don't have to sit with that choice.
I feel like I would come back with like my body parts not in the right place. If I teleported.
What, if you teleported?
Yeah.
Because
I feel like shit would come
Wonka. Because of the speech.
Yeah.
It bakes you up into 1,000 tiny pieces.
I think I would go to space if it was like, and I think Neil deGrasse Tyson, he said it too, where he was like, if I'm dying, and just send me into like a black hole, I want to know what it's like.
You know what I want to do when I'm dying? I want to try like drugs, like really hard drugs,
I like
heroin,
like meth. Like I want to, yeah.
Well, meth would speed it up. I think like.
No, like I just want to be like grandma's doing shit again.
Oh yeah, but I'd be like DMT. I'd be like, let's talk to these
Grandma's
guys.
got a built again.
Oh, do we have Twister? I'd love to play Twister right now.
You're there passing now. You're like, here, take this candy.
It's still your grandma, so she just wants to play Chutes and Ladders, but she's tweaked out of her mind.
No, like yeah, what a fun time to start a new hobby.
I mean, yeah,
I
agree.
Yeah.
Grandma made me a sweater in 3 minutes. That was the craziest thing I have ever seen.
Because I don't know, do you ever hear of I don't ever hear of an old person starting that late in life.
Because they're off the grid. They know better than to be found. Like, I'm staying away from cameras.
But you don't make it that long.
What would be your I'm dying, this is the drug I want to do? What's the hard?
I feel meth is the hardest to quit. And I think there's a reason. I feel like it's that fun.
Okay.
Dang, dude.
Okay.
But every time I think about meth people, it doesn't seem like they're having a great
they never look. They look like zombies.
It's always like they're always very dirty. You know what I mean? Like meth people, that's like they're doing whippets. Oh, I like that. You go,
You want to be a dirty old.
I don't know, because at that point I would have. The thing is, I would have money at that point.
Okay.
Like that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be why would I be dirty? They're dirty because they're homeless.
You bring me only the best meth.
Yeah, no. I would do. I would set the scene. I would make it like
you would light a candle.
Do you think there's
take a bubble bath.
Do you think there's a high class meth scene?
Yeah.
What do you know?
I don't know. I feel like there's definitely some circles. And I will find them.
My life's mission.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Imagine I don't know that because I would have the money. I would have the resources and the money to be a drug addict when I'm older.
Well, you got to start looking for that now because you're on a timer now. You got like a 70-year timer to find these drugs, so you could do them when you're 80.
You think I'm 10? You think I'm 10 years old?
What do you think I brought?
Huh?
You think I'm 10?
70 years, 80. I'm assuming what? You're 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 90.
Whatever. You're old. We're gonna be that 90's gonna be the new 70.
Now I'm on a watch list.
90s or 70s or what?
Because I gotta go back to the beginning of this podcast. Like, hey Dan, I'm glad you brought this one. And then they're like, wait, she's 10?
Yeah. She's really precocious for her age.
How was your lives when you were 10?
Solid transition. There you go. Hey, she's media trained.
She's media trained.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was doing at 10.
At 10? That's what? That's like 5th grade?
Mm-hmm. Like 4th, 5th.
4th, 5th grade?
You look the same.
Okay, fuck off.
I think that's about when we discovered airsoft.
Bro, I always wanted an airsoft gun.
Airsoft
I had a
was
pink
wild.
airsoft gun.
Did you?
I'm so serious.
Really?
Yeah,
You had an airsoft gun.
I came home from school one day, and my mom and my brother got me like a rifle, like a pink rifle.
What a day that is.
Yeah.
That's a fun day.
And then we played, and they wouldn't let me use padding.
Good. That's good.
So you got
parents.
shot?
Huh?
You got shot with it?
Yeah. Well, they said
tiny
because
thing.
I was a girl, so they were like, you can wear a sweatshirt.
Oh, wait, they were running around
So
shirtless?
you played
They
with,
were
you played with
wearing-
the brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna light you up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, I got yeah.
They're gonna light you up.
I knew a kid that actually got blinded. Because
Really?
Shut your eye out, kid. Red Rider.
I still wore I would wear the goggles. If I was playing, I'd
Well,
wear
you should.
I wore the mask or whatever.
I had a Red Rider, like the...
Oh, the air, and you just pump it way too much.
No. Well, actually, I don't know. It didn't really work. Well, we never had BBs for it because my dad was always afraid of guns. But yeah, I had a Red Ryder. You really had an airsoft? I always wanted airsoft.
It was fun.
Because my neighbors all had airsoft, and my mom was smart for not letting me have an airsoft gun. Because my neighbors were white, so like the kids, they would run around with their airsoft guns. And in hindsight, I'm like, oh, she didn't want her black son running around with an airsoft gun.
What's crazy is because you know how
that's how you get shot.
Well, you know how it's an orange tip.
Where were you?
Yeah, the orange tip.
Snellville?
Yeah.
But they have the big orange tips on them. I'm not gonna overthink it.
There was a black kid who got shot with a water bottle. A water
crazy.
gun.
That's crazy. Yeah, that makes sense.
But what about
It's
the orange tips?
The orange tips, my brothers would paint theirs black.
Yeah, that's a crime. You can't do
A kid.
I know that now, but it's crazy.
An older kid, because we were probably like 10, and there was an older kid in high school. I don't know why back then you think like the high school was like grown adults.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, this dude, he was an adult.
And it didn't even make sense to us. Like, we'd watch movies at that time of people that were in their 20s pretending to be in high school. And you were like, that's all the same. It all got kind of conflated.
But there was he was in high school, and he painted the tip black. And then they called the cops on him, and he got like wrestled, thrown down, and all that shit.
I don't think that's unfair. That looks like a real gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
They look like guns, but yeah.
Those are a legit gun. Yeah.
I always wanted an airsoft. Always.
Airsofts were cool, man. I never had any like the electric ones or any of that fancy stuff, but like I had like a pump shotgun and shoot like 4 at a time, dude.
But yeah, my friends had the shotgun, and then they had the electric machine gun ones.
There was always like one rich kid that had like a gas powered one. I'm like, what are you doing, you diabolical bastard? Just be back there and you just hear the and I was like, what is happening? I like try to peel behind a tree or something, just get lit up.
Memories, bro.
God bless. So yeah, that's what we were doing when we were 10.
What were your memories like at 10?
They were already wired in.
Oh, yeah. Buckle up.
They were wired in. She's about to tell us about Kick.
God, Jesus. What were your memories like at 10?
I had just moved to Georgia, and everybody was very upset that I was fat.
Everyone's mad at you?
Yeah.
The kids were mad at you?
Yeah, they didn't like it.
Because you were fat? Mm-hmm. That sucks.
What'd they do to you?
The one thing I remember is there was this one, I had this one like frenemy. Her name was Paige. And she would do this thing where she would make me walk like through 2 desks, right?
To see if you could fit through the desk.
Yeah, but she would start it off like them really far apart.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
And then
and she just moves them in.
Yeah.
Women
she
are
would,
evil, dude.
No, it gets worse. So she would move them in closer, and I had no idea why we were doing this. Like seriously, I had no idea. So I would walk through, and then she would put them closer until I couldn't walk through anymore, and then she would just walk through it and then like stare at me.
She was just a mean cat, just batting.
Yeah.
At you. She just found that button. Girls do that, dude. Having frenemies. Did you have any frenemies? I had none.
Yeah, as a dude, you don't have
frenemies.
You have an enemy or a friend,
and fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I didn't know what to do because she was like my only friend too.
Oh, that's brutal.
So I didn't know what to do. I was just like, oh, I guess this is what
friends are like. Oh my god.
I was like, oh, we have so much fun.
How long did you stay friends with this woman?
A very long time.
She's like, we had lunch last week.
Yeah.
She made me do the table thing. But look, I'm so fat. She's my best friend in the world, and she will be in my wedding.
Were you friends with her in high school?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is middle school.
That's when you figure out, you got to find.
Yeah, we went through different stuff. Yeah, no, there was.
We went through different stuff. Did she die?
No.
She went golf.
She did.
No,
meth.
she went to like a private school. Then after that.
Nice. Yeah. Have you been seeing this stuff online that like now that we're seeing goths again? They're saying that like whenever goths pop up, it's like the harbinger of an economic
recession indicator.
Recession. Yeah. And they said it started with Rome with the actual Goths and Visigoths. And they're like, it's always happened with the Goths and the Visigoths in 2007 with the housing crisis in 2016 with the bubble.
Why do Goths predict a?
Because it's people are spending money they don't have. You got rich trust fund pits that aren't paying attention to their kids, and they're like, I'm gonna worship Satan, and they think that like that's the.
Oh, is goth expensive? Dude,
it's pretty. I bet it's pretty expensive.
I thought it's just
why is being
black.
goth expensive?
Because you got a flat iron your hair every day.
The hair product.
You got all these buckets of black paint that you're just dipping your body into. I mean, and have you ever been into a Hot Topic or a Spencer's? It ain't cheap.
They're not like how they used to be, though.
That's right. They're not how they used to be. But I'm saying, I bet being a goth is way more expensive now.
Tougher security.
It's so hard to fight the man when you're constantly paying the man.
You should do this as a goth.
As a goth?
Yeah.
Oh, the next episode, just do. Oh, dude, have a goth app?
Yeah.
Just bring it into like Bullet for My Valentine.
But you gotta interview someone like Shelly, like a bubbly person.
Yeah, she's got to be like a full, like a light beam.
Yeah.
So they go, so what was that like? Anyway, that sounds really hard. I'm sorry that you were bullied in high school.
Yeah.
We could kill them. I don't know.
Did you ever have an emo phase?
I had a phase where like I wanted to be in that like go to like Warped Tour and that kind of thing, but it's just I didn't have the body type for it. Skinny jeans. I was all top heavy. I just looked like someone was pouring a bucket into like a very small bucket. You know what I mean? Just kind of overflowing.
Did you?
No.
Did I what?
Have an emo phase?
In second grade, I remember.
Early?
I remember.
That's an early emo. That's early, like right after Shapes. You were like, screw this.
Right after Shapes.
Yeah, that's insane.
I do remember in second grade, I did the fringe thing.
Really?
Like I genuinely do remember that.
A lot of that too is like our bodies were changing and we were trying to cover large portions of it. Like it's like I'd get acne and you're just like, well, if I just had long
in second
hair.
grade, I didn't have acne.
I was saying just from my personal experience, you see like emo guys, they always had like Accutane they were experimenting with, and they were just like, I'm like the Phantom of the Opera. Don't look at me, I'm hideous.
Y'all had different childhoods, and I respect that.
What were you like? Did you have an emo phase?
No, I just had.
We were too busy getting shot at. Like,
no.
Just hate on
I
it.
tried to make it very oppression. That's what I was going through. No. No, my face is. I was just like a nerd the whole time.
Geek phase.
It was.
What was your poison? What was your nerd poison?
It was a lot of Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
A lot of Pokemon, and then Minecraft was a big. I had a Minecraft YouTube channel.
Really?
Was it popular?
I had a Minecraft YouTube channel.
Hell yeah, dude.
I had a Minecraft YouTube
When
channel.
did Minecraft come out?
It came out like in 2011 or something. It's not. It's like it's low key. Like I don't know.
Okay, I was in college.
Yeah.
Because I remember a middle school friend who started playing it and stuff like that, and then I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I ended up buying an account, and then I really got into it.
And then you just started farming.
Yeah.
I mean, you get so it's like I never played Minecraft, so it's like it's
So
a
relaxing.
world. It's just a world builder, right?
It's open world. It's like infinite. Back in my day, the game's changed. I went back. Like,
Hell yeah, dude! Tell me about how Minecraft has
the game
changed.
the game used to be simple, bro. It just used to be like just simple, like you're punching trees and building stuff. Now there's like these different realms and stuff
and
like that.
you got to know about like elements.
Yeah, you kind of have to be that Chinese scientist.
Because I just see them as the bottom of brain rot videos.
But yeah,
I just see like there's like a comic talking about how her life is hard, and then under that there's a Minecraft thing, and it's a guy running, and he's jumping over lava, and he's doing.
but I had a Minecraft YouTube channel. But so I always thought I had it like when I was really really young. I was in the 8th grade when I had it. But my voice
Was-
after this. I'll pull it up and what I sounded like.
Please do.
Voice got so deep.
Hell yeah.
8th grade Daniel.
I would love to see a Minecraft video.
And I had like a
What
trade.
are you wearing in it?
What?
I'm just kidding.
And then I met like a girl from like Kansas who was like this,
In the Minecraft world,
There was like a chat
and you
room?
showed her. Did you show her your fields?
No,
and your structures?
So, because I'm like, I gotta get big. Because those Minecraft YouTubers were like millionaires. Like the old YouTubers.
Yeah, because dude, there was a big boom like 2011 to 2013 where like people were making.
So I'm like, okay, I gotta get big at this YouTube thing. So I'm like, how do you get big? Collabs. So I don't know how I found this girl. This like same age.
Minecraft collab.
And yeah, she was like from Kansas.
So how does that work? Do you meet up in Minecraft?
We met up in Minecraft, and then we're on a Skype call. I had Riz back then, bro.
I feel
Okay,
it,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I'm hearing it, but you're just like, welcome to my craft. Do you call it your craft? What do you call your
No,
world?
we did like multiplayer games together.
Like, what do you play? Like, you just build
There's
a house
other
together?
games.
So no, there was multiplayer back then. So Hunger Games was like hot.
Okay.
Okay.
Say like a Hunger Game collab.
You know what? Delete this. I don't need. I don't need the bad bitches.
No, what? You know what? There are some Minecraft girls that might like this.
Well, dude, they all exist. There's no one's gonna yuck your yum here on the Nathan Lowe Show, the Lowcast, whatever the hell I call this.
Yuck your yum.
Yuck your yum, dude.
Yeah, it's got low.
What? That's a phrase I never heard until recently.
Same. And I liked it.
What is it?
Really?
Yeah, sometimes when I hear the new phrase, I get it like an old man. I go, But when I heard someone say "yuck your yum," I go, "That's already fun."
It took me going out with a white woman for me to.
Oh, really? I don't remember where I heard it, but I remember I liked it immediately.
I didn't like.
What's your yum that some people might yuck?
I don't think I have. I think I have regular yums.
Okay, nothing niche.
I mean, like you had Minecraft. You think that would be some girl?
I don't think that's
but
like
then,
a yuck.
But then you see the Instagram or whatever, like the ick list, and it's just insane.
But
What? I'm trying to think what would be like an ick.
For you, like,
Not just in general. What I would be like, that's a no.
oh,
That's a no.
It's normally just like when girls talk about the ick, it's something that he's passionate about.
it usually
Yeah, it's usually just something that he really likes. And she goes, I hate how he likes this.
just really love dinosaurs.
And then she's like, isn't that horrible? The joy that he has an instant pass to. Ugh.
He told me he had a Minecraft YouTube channel.
Yeah, he obviously loved it. And some girl somewhere goes, gross. How dare he?
That might be like if you were like 2 into Minecraft.
Yeah.
I haven't played in a while. I haven't played in so long, but it's it's a relaxing game. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's a relaxing game.
There's like sometimes you'll have a friend that's really into something. So like I have a friend David, and he's a wildly successful videographer now. Makes like crazy commercials for big companies. But he was the biggest, and I mean the biggest, Sonic the Hedgehog fan.
Really?
Where everything was Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's weird.
And it was like
Yeah.
Sonic themed parties.
Like
Oh,
sheets,
yeah,
like
that's-
his bedroom sheets. Were
yeah,
Sonic.
like the sheet, everything was Sonic. And so like that, I guess, yes. I think we're always going to find a little bit of an ick when you see that someone has just taken one little thing and then they've made it
too
their
far.
Here's the
made it their
thing.
whole identity.
If you had Sonic sheets, I honestly like that would either. I don't know if that would bother me if it was in like a joking way. Like if
Right.
it was like he's so
Yeah.
silly.
This is my ironic bed
need-
cover.
We need those standards up.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
She's just gonna watch
can't
500 Days of Summer and go, he's the one.
Sonic Hedgehog sheets.
I'm like my boyfriend is Sonic. You know, it's kind of hot. It's kind
It's
of
kind of hot. His
Yeah.
bed's a race car.
Yeah.
And
He's a big Shadow fan.
You know.
She's defending him.
Yeah. No, he's really cool.
y'all go ahead. Y'all keep going. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what was a good old show? Not show.
What's up?
Like any of the Lego video games.
The Lego video games were
The Lego
amazing.
video games.
Yeah, my
I
little
didn't
sister.
play any of those.
Really?
No, not one.
My little sister and I will play them together.
Yeah, me and my brother would.
So they're kind of like puzzle games, right?
Kinda. But it's like it takes the movie and then it adds like a little like humor to it.
Like there was like a Star Wars one, a Batman one. Like yeah, those were the good ones.
I only had the demo for the Batman
Ooh,
one, but the Star Wars one.
Yeah. Is he still like is he voiced by that guy?
No, there's no voice, right?
Oh, it's just text that go up.
It's kind of like this. It's like
I think that sometimes you know how like when you get to a new level or something, it'll just like play a video,
Yeah.
almost like introducing it.
Yeah.
I think there was.
Was there voices?
I vaguely remember.
I thought it was like text, but then like they would just like do goofy Lego stuff.
Oh, is he like The Sims where they just go wah, 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 wah,
Oh my god, I love The Sims.
That's that. I see that.
I see that as well.
Well, actually, I
It's their
love The Sims.
Minecraft. It's Lady Minecraft.
Well, no, my sister would play, and then I would just watch her. But she was like she was a weird Sims player where she would always like make them to kill them.
What? Please unpack this more.
Like she would, it was always the same thing. She would get like a husband and a wife, and she would get the wife pregnant, and then once the wife.
husband murder.
No,
The wife murder the husband?
No, then she would, after she let the wife have the baby, she would usually like put the sim in a room with like no door or windows and just watch them die.
And then the FBI found the surfer, and then we're all safe again.
And you know, and then one time the sim died of heartbreak The husband died of heartbreak, and then the CPS took the baby away, and the game ended.
Wait, that's in the game?
Yeah, you can in the Sims.
Child Protective Services in the Sims?
They took because the husband died, and there's no one to take care of the baby.
He was giving like a disappointed speech, like wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just something about that goofy voice where you just say it's like, oh, that's the divorce lawyer. Half.
It's one real word. Half. What the? I didn't know Child Protective Services.
That's a wild
they came
game.
and take the baby, and then kind of the game was just basically like, well, there's no one to play
There's nothing
with.
else to play with.
Yeah, we didn't have that in RuneScape.
How do you lose at Sims?
I think there's
You
a lot of
kill
ways to lose. They
everybody.
die.
Oh my god.
I never got into Sims. I do like my first one was kind of like RuneScape.
Yes.
Did some RuneScape
I never
with the
played it, but
boys.
yes, I know. Yeah.
You know, they went on some quests with the boys. It's a good time.
Did anybody play the Slender Man game?
Yes,
I was too
did.
chicken, but I watched all the YouTube videos.
I watched all the YouTube. I didn't have
I
the
was
ball.
too
I don't.
chicken.
Yeah.
I played it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, at this guy's house while he was trying to show me all of his bacon apes.
His bacon apes?
Yeah.
What's bacon ape?
It's a shoe. They're shoes.
Why were you at this dude's house?
Those are actually kind of
He went to.
back then. Those were fire shoes.
Yeah. And he was like, his name was Lucas, and he was on the basketball team. He was very cool.
Oh well, there it is.
And we went over there. He was like, "Do you want to like watch Resident Evil and like play the Slenderman game, and I'll show you my babes?" And I was like, "That's all the bad stuff right in a row." I was like, "Hey man, this guy's pretty badass." So like, yeah. So we watched this scene in Resident Evil where the lasers cut through the lady, and we're just like, "Oh, you should play the Slenderman game." And we're just overloading our brain.
Bro, so all kids have that experience. I had the same thing with like this dude Mason. Shout out Mason. He was
Dude, shout out to the dude who just plugs you in to just the dope stuff.
Because like all I had was like I used to play just a bunch of sports like Madden and all that, and FIFA, and then like Minecraft. But then went over to like Mason, slept over, and he had Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yep.
And we played like the zombies and everything. Did you ever? Your brothers ever? Like you
Yeah.
ever have? Yeah, bro. When we played that, the most fire thing. I'm like, I gotta get that.
It's just when you finally get a friend whose like parents are having it rough. And they just aren't paying attention enough, so the kid gets all the bad stuff that he wants to show everybody. And you're like, it's really awesome here. They yell a lot, but like it's very fun in this house.
Oh, it's the bad parent house is the most fun house.
Oh yeah,
Facts.
dude. That's where
I
we
have
get away
the
with
most
stuff.
fun
Hell yeah! I feel like there's a story to go with that.
Oh yeah, I don't know. There's a lot.
Let's give us one. Give us one.
My house was definitely the house where like you could openly smoke weed
Weird.
Yeah.
In the south.
Really?
in the south,
That's crazy.
in like the basement.
Did you have a lot of like sleepovers and parties at your house?
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they ever get too crazy where like shit would break?
Shit would break. People would the alcohol. People would pass out. We'd have to call people's parents, come get them. My dad would always take our
Did you
dog.
invite Cindy to these parties? That bitch. Was it any
Paige?
Paige?
Nah,
Yeah, I was like, who said it?
Paige? Hell no, Paige.
Paige not coming.
Paige ain't getting in.
Paige-
Paige ain't
She
getting
ain't
in.
cool enough.
Nah.
She ain't getting in here.
You know what? You too fat.
She opened the door and went, if you can squeeze through, you can get
She
in.
asked, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was like the chill house.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Ours was not.
Yeah, mine. I don't think. I had one sleepover with friends.
I would have like some of my like nerdier buddies that we have like a LAN party. You know what I mean?
We all Halo.
Yeah, we did some Halo. A lot of it was like weird stuff too.
Yeah.
See, we did like there was some like Star Wars kind of like Civilization game or something. It was on the PC.
That Empire.
Yeah, dude,
Bro.
yo, bro.
Holy shit. I haven't found someone who played that game, bro. I love that
I
game.
would build up the Wookiees. Like, I had their tree empire or whatever. I was geeking on those Wookiees, man. I was like spinning out on those
This
Wookiees.
is an ick.
This is it. You see this? You see how uncomfortable he just got? He goes,
Wow. Oh my god, all those Star Wars games, because I used to like sit, I'm like, this is my whole world and everything, and I was like,
That was a big part of growing up. It was when the new one came out, I was like, ugh.
yeah.
When Battlefront came out, I went, I guess I'm too old for Star Wars now.
I do miss, I know I can't play video games anymore. Like, I'll try, and I just can't.
It's different. It's a different feeling. You're like, you get this feeling like, I'm going to lose my house. Like when you're playing video games, you just like, I should be doing something
The
else.
only one I'm excited for is the GTA 6.
Okay, I've been playing a weird one. I've been playing a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Is that good?
It's so fun.
I'm sorry.
All right.
No, it's fine. Keep going.
But so we weren't the cool house. I think we've established that neither of us had the cool house. We were escaping into alternate realms.
That's fine. You know.
That's cool.
That's how we escaped our realities.
Was that hard? Was that hard being cool in high school? I bet it's a lot of pressure.
I'm actually kind of curious.
Right?
I don't think I was very depressed, so I wasn't really paying attention.
I feel
Yeah.
you.
Depressive, there's like everything going on.
Yeah, there's a price to being in the cool house.
Oh, okay.
She's just like, it's just all these parties.
I don't know how to top the next one. We need more weed. And we're over here like our Wookiees are going through financial.
Your parents are just like, we can't keep up. It's too many brunches. Nothing's enough for our baby girl.
No, this could get too dark too fast.
You said what?
It could get dark real fast.
It could get dark real fast. Let's go.
Dude, I pushed it. I had a guest on a couple weeks ago, and she said this could get dark, and I said go for it, and then I just went down a dark hole.
Yeah.
I opened the Sisyphus box. It was about the deep web, because she grew up in like this generation where they just had everything right away. And then
Wait, she went on the deep web?
She was like, she had been internet raided before.
What's internet raided?
When like you call someone out for some kind of like pedophilia or something, and then all of their fans just send you like load all your devices with like
Wait.
death
Why
threats
was she?
and-
Why would people think she's a pedophile?
No, she was like outing someone for being PLE. Some like YouTuber or something. I don't know. I
was
almost
she?
blacked out during the conversation because I understood none of the technology. Like,
How old was she when she...
I don't know. I think like 16.
Jesus.
Wait, and why did people come for her? I'm confused.
Because she's outing a pedophile, so you don't want to
all
be
So why
outed.
are people mad?
Because you don't want to be outed as a
Yeah,
pedophile.
pedophile.
It would end your life. So then they're mad
So
at
just
her.
ruin this girl's life. Yeah.
Oh.
They're trying
Yeah.
to scare her into silence.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't. I understood maybe a tenth of it. So I was just sitting there going like, and what's an omegle?
That Omegle was crazy.
Were you on that?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I was too scared to...
Just windows into a stranger's house.
Yeah.
And you're just looking into strangers. That's all that was. Is just you go in your friend's basement and then you'd go look into strangers' houses.
Also, not to kill the vibe, but when you're black and you do Omegle, you get called nigga a lot.
I bet.
A lot.
Dude. And they're usually holding their own penis when they do it.
Yeah, you get called the N-word a lot. But how was your experience?
I don't know. We would, dude. It's gonna. I wouldn't show my tits, but we were in like middle school. No, and I had.
That's weird. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know if you want to hear about my Omegle experiences. I wasn't doing it.
Fair. See what I mean? See what I mean? She goes, "Are you sure? We should always take that a little bit of temperance."
Jesus.
Temperance.
So while I had a Minecraft YouTube channel,
They were getting groomed, dude. They were getting
Well,
groomed.
no, I wasn't doing it, but I advised them not to. I was like, this
you're like, guys.
probably isn't good.
That's why girls roll their eyes at our video games. They're like, I was already experiencing deep trauma by this point. It's like prison rap to them. They're like,
We
oh
were
yeah,
like-
you had fun outside. I was getting groomed by the church. You're just like, oh, fuck.
And I'm just collecting wheat.
Sitting there going like, I think I have enough to make a healing
I
potion.
had a pet wolf while you guys are I'm
Just
like,
having a nice day.
No, we were seeing like
You're like-
grown man dick.
Yeah, and you're just like, I upgraded my tower. Look at it.
You're collabing with Kansas girls.
And I'm like, you know what? I know. Damn it.
You could have seen
and
Steve dick on Omegle.
Kansas. Fuck.
And she's just in the next room. She's like, how old are you? It's just insane what y'all went through.
Jesus.
I know.
But I guess that's all. I'll leave it there.
Just being being anyone, but especially like a kid growing up, it's got to be like you grew up in Libya. Just the amount of stuff you're seeing, because like parents don't know how to stop what you see, and they're watching
especially
like
nowadays?
death videos and all kinds of crazy shit.
Would you ever look up those like?
Never.
Yeah.
Couple times. Never like rose like beheadings or whatever. But when you hear that there's just war cam footage,
Yeah.
you check that out.
Well, it's a little. Because my mother survived Civil War, so I just got the firsthand
Tight.
stories of like her going to school walking a mile to go to school, walking over dead bodies. Also, that whole thing, that bullshit of like, oh, Africans walk a mile to get stuff. A mile's not that far.
But when there's bodies, it feels
when it's bodies. But like that whole of like you're walking a mile.
It's like 20 minutes.
It's a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the idea is, I guess, from the phrase "walk a mile in their shoes."
No. Usually when they're like, oh, these Africans are so poor, they gotta walk a mile to get like food and stuff like that.
Yeah, but a mile's not that bad.
A mile's not that bad.
I mean, if you're on a college campus, you're already doing that.
Yeah, you're walking a mile.
You're clipping a mile. Take that.
Yeah, take that.
Third world countries. We showed you. That was a lot like my walk to home ec.
Oh yeah, you know when you were surviving Civil War.
Yeah, we made cupcakes.
But yeah, they would tell some stories that I won't share, but like some wild stuff, and you're like, that's why I was like I never really. I kind of like you complain and you go through the angsty teen stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it does give you that perspective because you're like, oh, there's nothing to complain about.
But then also like with your parents, there's always that itching in the back of your brain going like, yeah, but you also were pre-internet, so I can't look any of this up. I can't prove that that's what your life was like.
Wow.
But yours, there was a whole documentation. There was a war. But when your parents were like, we didn't even have shoes. I'm like, I bet you had some shoes.
What's up?
My dad, he grew up in Lebanon. And he was like, you either volunteered to be a medic in the war or you were forced to join as a soldier.
Well, in Israel, there's like 1 year mandatory service, right? Before you're 18.
Yeah.
A lot of places. Well, that's the thing. And sometimes those mandatory service, like, it backfires on the country. You see what happened in Korea.
Yeah.
When Korea, they were protesting with their president and trying to kick him out. So then the military was sent in for, like, martial law. But then the civilians know, like, the military stuff. Because there's, like, one soldier.
They knew all the tactics.
Yeah, there was one soldier who was, like, trying to push a dude. And then the dude just did some kung fu shit. Pushed the soldier back. And the
Probably
soldier
learned it from him.
Yeah, and the soldier just looked at it. He's like, why am I doing this?
That's Greg.
Yeah, he's like, why are we doing it?
We did a tour last year to a different part of Korea.
But yeah, when you just have like, I know you on it, like, you have those immigrant parents who came from like that shit. You're just like, I can't complain about.
Well, they just think, like they're just like.
Yeah, because
my family was just white poverty. So it's like trailer park poverty.
Yeah, that's hell.
Did you grow up in a trailer park?
No, I was not. But sometimes, you'd spend a couple weeks there. You know what I mean? Like, if you're did your parents be like, you're going to camp? You're gonna go hang out with aunt. You're gonna go hang out with your aunt. And I'd be like, okay. But that was fun for me because it meant normally I got to like watch BMX videos and try to do tricks on bark.
Where did your dad grow up?
Like the 60s, 70s.
I mean, like where? Sorry.
Oh, where? Dad's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Oh, that's southern.
And my mom grew up poor in Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh my, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a lot to overcome.
That did.
I'm not gonna ask my other question because I know those two places.
Yeah, well, my mom was a competitive funk and disco dancer in the 70s.
Really?
Mm-hmm. In Jackson, Mississippi, and my grandma did Mary Kate on there, so she had a pink Cadillac in Jackson, Mississippi.
Really?
And they were like,
wow.
yeah, it was pretty gangster. Yeah, so you see my mom with the big thing, and it was cool.
Holy shit! And then what'd your dad end up doing? Like, how did he get out of Tuscaloosa?
Sports got him out.
Really?
Yeah. So he was the only way out. So he was captain of the baseball, basketball, and football team, and got offers for all three sports.
Dad a stud.
And then he went and was the captain of the baseball team at Mississippi State.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, found it sports.
And then where were you born?
I was born in Memphis, Tennessee.
God, you picked all the southern capitals.
Yeah, we ran the gambit. And then we went and lived in Waco, Texas for 7 years.
Oh my! And then now you're in Atlanta.
Yeah, now I'm in Atlanta.
Well, you went to California.
I was in California for a long time. I did 2 years Illinois, then 3 in Mississippi. I went back to Mississippi for college.
Really?
And then Ole Miss, yeah.
Where is it? Do you have a place where you want to like settle down?
No.
Really?
Just be around my family. You know what I mean? Like as long as like they're comfortable. Like if I'm trying to be on the road like I want to be, you have a home base somewhere.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would want to live in like Los Angeles or New York.
Yeah.
I just feel like that'll wear on you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Could you?
I can't picture myself in Los Angeles, but I do want to. I like New York.
But there's that stuff. It's like you're supposed to live there for a year or whatever. Like people say before you turn.
I love cities, man.
Yeah.
But to experience, like, it's important. Like, right, you're 20, you live in LA for a while, you live in New York for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I lived in Boston for a little bit.
How'd you like Boston?
I like Boston, but it's small.
It's really small.
It's really small.
But that can be beneficial, though.
I did learn, though. I'm like, I am a country boy because I'm like, I need trees. Like, I did get a little depressed when I was up there, and it was just so gray.
Nothing was alive.
Yeah. New England's very gray.
Yeah, New England's very gray. But I do...
Until the seasons change. And then we just go up north and see the colors.
It's nice that they have seasons. There's really no seasons down.
We go upstate.
But I do want to live in New York.
I think it's worth doing for like a year or two. But it's just every time I'm there, I end up just going.
Really?
Yeah. It's just a little bit. It's just packed in like sardines.
I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah, I like the. I'm like, okay, everyone's moving, they're doing something.
I just like how you can like go outside of your apartment and there's like immediately something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, let me hop on the train.
Let me kick back half sweet tea and let me figure this out.
Well, because you were real Southern boy.
But I mean, I did that for a long time. Like I was on that side, like that coast for a while. But LA is a little different. Everything opens at like 11.
Would you live in Europe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Would you?
Yes.
Carolyn, would you live in Europe?
Yeah.
I would live in Europe.
I think that like it'd be really, really romantic to live in like Venice or something like that.
When I went to Milan,
I'd like Ireland. I think I'd have fun in Ireland.
When I went to Milan, I was like, I could live here.
Yeah.
I could Milan because Milan was like a more mature vibe.
Rome would be crazy.
I need to go to Rome. Apparently, that's where like some family is from.
Oh, cool.
No, Paris is so pretty.
I need to check out Paris. I haven't been to Paris.
Paris is pretty, but from what I hear, it's been having a hard time.
But the Parisians always
I
have.
feel like everywhere's always having a hard time.
Yeah, but French people have a hard time with less grace. With less grace than other people.
Have you seen when they protest?
Yeah, they're always straight to 11.
11, bro.
Well, do y'all remember what happened during the Olympics?
With them trying to take a shit in the river?
Yeah, like everybody like came at a certain time to take a shit.
Well, the French, when they protest, I have so much respect for the French.
Since they were cutting heads off, dude. Since let them eat cake. Since Marie Antoinette, they have known how to handle protests.
They were. I was. What's it called? Like there was some French protests like a couple of years ago, and there was like showing like a compilation of people like going on because on Snapchat where you can click onto a city and you'll see people's stories.
Yeah.
There were people clicking on like in Paris during those protests, and it was just people in the zoo at night. And it's like a lion being like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And they were just like letting lions, and, like zebras and elephants,
just out
loose.
I will show you what we think of this. After always is this schmarmiest dude going like, "This is not how we do it in my town. Huh? I will take a shit in your river."
Well, also,
and they're smoking a cigarette while they do it, looking and going, "Boof, what are you going to do?"
When they were threatening to like take away some paid vacation days away from them.
Oh yeah.
So the
like light everything on fire.
It was some shit with like farmers. So these French farmers,
tractors pulled into the city.
They pulled up with
they
pulled up with their manure tanks, and they just started dousing the French like senator houses with manure. They just putting the manure on the front. But the French.
Dude, you can't do that here.
You can, though.
You can. But we don't have the infrastructure.
We don't. Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to pull it together.
We don't have the balls to do that shit.
Well, and it's just like for someone to say that idea and the next person to not say, yeah, but there's a more reasonable thing that we could probably. But in France, they go, of course we bring this shit. I have so much shit in my house. I can bring so much shit. I had my family over. But all we do is smoke cigarettes and eat bread. It's just shit everywhere.
But you said Paris was nice.
I liked Paris. Yeah, it was nice.
It's lovely.
I want to go back to Europe this summer.
I would like. I never really have thought much about going to like Spain.
Spain's dope. I was in Barcelona.
Yeah,
Barcelona was fire.
All right. I've heard great things about Spain.
Bro, Barcelona was fire, and because I did a show there, crushed. So that like high of like
nothing can happen.
Yeah. And I'm like, but I was with family, so I'm like, I can't and it's like this little Airbnb.
You wanted to go?
And you're like, wanted to go. I could take Molly right now
because I party every fucking night.
You couldn't sneak away.
I probably could have. Oh, did it stop?
Did you do yours?
Yeah, I'll get mine.
So wait, Barcelona. Oh yeah, so it's like when you kill and your family's there, that sucks because you're just like you wanted to.
Well, because the show
Go
was
out and get your laurels.
The show was late, and we were leaving the next morning too. If it was just me, I would have, and like just been dead tired on the plane. But we were leaving
That's
like
what planes are for.
You're damn right. But bro, I wanted to go out so bad. That's why I want to go. I want to do this Europe trip like without family.
Was there any girls like eyeing you after the show?
So
Like, could you- if-
some Spanish girl
Like, if
come
you-
to sweep at Dellanno for 15?
There's so
Like, if you weren't with your family, would you? Was there like something else
There was
you
a
would
gr-
have did differently?
Yes, there was a girl I was eyeing, and then I definitely just would have, because there was a place near where our Airbnb was that were like there was shit like it was a club. There was like a club.
Yeah.
And I definitely would have gone. What's it called?
I'm just imagining it was flamenco music.
She just sits with a.
Hey, your boy's trying to learn how to salsa right now.
Ooh, that's a good thing to have in your arsenal.
I'm
Back
trying to-
pocket,
hey.
pull out a little salsa dancing.
Hey, if I go to Puerto Rico this summer,
Oh, you're about to meet some Leticias.
I go to La Placita.
Oh, La Placita, man.
I'm a fuck.
You're about to find your amore, dude.
bro. But yeah. So that was yeah. I want to go back because I want to
I
do
feel that. I think I'd appreciate it more now. So the last time I went, I was young.
Yeah.
So I was like maybe 10, 11.
You had a nice trip.
I had a very nice.
When
trip.
did you go?
I went last. I guess I went fall of 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long? How many days?
I went to Paris for like 10 days.
Damn, I didn't know you were there that long.
No, yeah. Well, I got to go. It was weird. So I was in Milan. I was there in Milan, and I met a woman, and she was, she was like,
We both kind of shifted a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
I met a woman, and she was like, "Do you want to come to Paris with me?"
Really?
Yeah, and walk in Paris Fashion Week.
You walked in Paris Fashion Week?
I walked in Paris Fashion Week.
Can we do this? But I'm telling my goofy ass story. I couldn't get any bitches.
And she's just like what all those girls from Taken thought was happening.
Yeah.
No, but I met a woman, and she was like, "Do you want to walk in Paris Fashion Week?"
That's amazing.
And I was like, "I have to go back to America
And she said-
tomorrow."
And she said, "No." Was she French?
No, she was from America. And she was
from
just like, I was like, if I can get my flight changed, she was like, you can stay with me. Like, everything's paid for.
What?
Yeah, you can come with me for like 10 days. Like, I'll need you to be there for 10 days with me.
Uh-huh.
So I ended up getting my flight changed. And I went to Paris for like 10 days.
And you walked in Paris
That's a
like,
for free,
life-changing
yeah.
experience.
What's that like?
It was cool.
Where do you remember where you were in Paris?
I would have to.
Was it like a famous place? Was it near the Eiffel Tower and all that? Or
Yeah, I
like
went to the Eiffel Tower. It was really pretty. I'm like, yeah, it's not even like a funny story. I'm just like, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a cool
I
story.
went and it was pretty and it was nice.
Yeah, it was just
I
like a
feel
good
you.
time,
That's
yeah.
gonna be weird though. Fashion Week.
I had a tight 10.
Did you have a tight 10?
I had a tight, I don't want to brag or nothing. I had a tight 10. You did Paris. Do you have
I have pictures.
You have pictures?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
After the pod, we gotta see some of these.
I'll show you. Yeah.
Gotta
No,
see
it was
some of the
yeah, it was really pretty.
That's fire.
I know. I'm like, it's not. Yeah, and then I went home.
Damn.
Bro.
Better than all ours.
Fuck. Who? Patricia? Who is your friend of me?
Paige.
Paige better find out. Paige better find out about that. You send her just a picture of you just going through two very thin chairs.
You know what?
It's
No,
like
if you thought
live
that
from
was
Fashion
bad,
Week.
if you thought that was bad, there was also. So again, people really didn't fuck with that I was fat.
Right? You just you did say that like a blanket. You showed up
Yeah.
and they all decided we don't like.
They were
this.
like,
Yeah,
nah.
we don't like this
So
girl.
I actually got bullied off the swim team.
Really?
Yeah. So one day I was swimming and this like boy got the whole team to call me Captain Flabbergass.
Captain what?
Flabbergass.
Flabbergass.
Yeah.
They're always pretty creative. Though.
Yeah, they are.
They're
It was
always
very.
pretty
I
good.
couldn't take that away from him. It's very
Flabbergass
good.
is a
I've never
pretty-
heard.
Because you heard
Yeah.
you flab,
Flapjack.
flapjack,
Yeah.
flabby, but flabber never.
She said, she'll remember this.
Points
Yeah.
for creativity.
Yeah. No.
He was up there writing. I'm like, no. He's just scratching.
No, it was like it was out of nowhere, and he was confident.
Yeah.
When he said it, it was very.
Oh,
confident.
he's confident because there's been hours and hours of writing. He's just at home every night.
He was at open mics.
He's behind, sweating, like going, no, that's not it. You're better than this. Come on, flabbergass, Flabbergas! He's running around his house. Flabbergas!
He shows up to the pool.
And then he hits you
No.
with it, and you crumbled it, and you just went.
Well,
No, he's gonna be a leader. He got the whole fucking team to say it.
so when
Yeah.
did he call you Flabbergas? Captain Flabbergas.
Mid swim.
I would have been like, still the captain, bitch.
And how did you react?
Because I was confused because I was like, he's making eye contact with me, but I don't know who he's talking to. Because I'm Caroline.
Who is this Flabbergas you speak of? It is but me, a child.
Yeah, no. I was like, I was like.
It can't be me.
Oh, that's brutal
Yeah,
when they tell
yeah.
you the person you're making fun of doesn't even realize it.
So then,
That's terrible.
when did you realize it was you?
When everybody,
Started chanting it.
Yeah, I was like, all
And you
right.
realized, like, I don't think I'm a part of this chant.
Yeah, because I wanted to. Yeah. Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, no.
But we all got sweet, sweet revenge. We ended up being normal people, kind of.
Yeah.
Nah, you're right.
No, there's not an ounce of normal in this room.
No, you're right. You're
Anyway,
right.
I quit. He got kicked off. It was a whole.
But they're all in their third kid by now.
Exactly.
Oh, he was younger than me.
That doesn't
got
mean
bullied
anything. It doesn't mean anything where we are.
Bullied by someone younger than you. That's a little.
Huh?
Well, he's like, yeah, just a year.
Just a year.
Yeah,
my
just a
bad,
year.
my bad, my bad.
Yeah.
I got a few more.
You got a few.
I think I got like 10 years on you. Oh, I turned 32 next week. How old are you?
How old do you think I am? How old do you think we are?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Are you 23?
Why are you doing podcasts with people?
I don't care.
Is this Omega for you?
He thought I was
Huh?
10.
No, the camera stays on the whole time. Everyone knows.
It's like weird cuts.
You're like 23, right?
24. I'm about to be 25, and I feel
So 24. I was close. Don't make me out to be a psycho.
No, you good.
Yeah.
You good.
I guessed you 20,
I'm 23.
23. Same.
Same age.
Same.
Same.
She would have bullied me.
She would have
Yeah,
bullied you.
yeah.
Oh, dude, she would have tore you up, dude.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew how to.
We didn't have any tools in the tool belt. We didn't know how to fight back.
No, I always knew how to deal with bullies. I just would ignore them because I'm like, they want attention, so I just ignore them. And if that didn't work, I'll tell them to kill themselves.
You
That's
told
good.
bullies to kill
Yeah.
themselves?
Multiple times. I'll be like, your life is worthless. You're not gonna amount.
You sound like the bully.
I'm like, you're not gonna amount to any. Well, I've been bullied all the time.
Yeah. I mean, that's nice. But then you just hit him with a
because I
little
would just
bit of the
ignore
truth.
them, and I'm like, all right. And
Honestly,
then I'm like,
I never had like a juicy clapback moment.
no, I'll tell them, I'm like, you're gonna be flipping my burgers.
I was always just flabbergasted that they didn't like me. I was like, what did,
That's what I was
what did I do?
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
the nerve of like 10-year-old you to be like, oh.
I was just
No.
like, what do you mean you don't like me?
No, I was like, all I did was I just showed up. I literally just showed up.
Really?
Yeah.
I would always it got boring. It got like not boring, but like it got repetitive to me because it was like every new year it'd just be new people, and they're like, "Oh, the small kid, let's make fun of him." And I'd be like, "We doing this again?"
Dude, were you like a dick?
No.
Yeah.
I always got
I'm just asking.
superlatives.
It's a fair question.
Yeah, you just gotta check. 'Cause sometimes it's
That
like,
is funny when someone's telling you about their trauma. Like, were you kind of a bitch though?
like, did you deserve it?
I was just small. You saw what I looked
Well,
like?
no, because some people, they'll be saying all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but you kind of suck.
I was just small. No,
I'm not saying that.
I was
I'm
already.
just double checking.
I was just small.
I was just a small.
Like you were just doing your work, and they'd just be like, hey, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then little did I know, 14 years from now, I'd be like, hey, were you a dick?
Yeah.
I'm just double checking.
That you're still getting attacked.
Yeah.
All these years
That's actually
later.
how it would start.
Actually, we just installed some lockers, and we're going to shove you into one after, just to complete the experience.
You know what? Never mind. You know what?
No, I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, it's okay.
So you were small.
Yeah.
Then they didn't like you.
They didn't like me.
See,
when I was
see how
small.
that seems so like past? Like, okay, so you were
Yeah,
small.
you were
Then
small.
what happened?
Okay.
Whatever.
They had to have
Nice.
a reason, Dan.
Oh, someone hurt your little feelings.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be bullied for being tiny. I had the opposite problem.
We also have trauma flexing on each other. It's so weird. It's so weird to be in the middle of. You're like, I was skinny, I was fat. I'm like, I think it was honestly just my character. I don't think I think they found me annoying. I think they just didn't like me.
We're gonna make out after this. This is just foreplay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, this has been fun, but we got to get down to business.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Dellanno actually is headlining here at Helium in April.
April 27th.
April 27th.
Sunday, 7:30. My tickets are cheap because I'm small.
We only booked Helium books comics off of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it affects your door percentage. That's great.
But they're $20.
Yep. So get on there. This
that
will
camera's
definitely
lit.
be out in time. So now we're only cheating to this camera. Tell the people where they can find you and all that stuff.
Like my Instagram or like
Whatever
performances?
would follow your heart.
My Instagram is Caroline Raad. You know, I don't like that. I don't know. I don't.
If you want to tell us Paige's IG so we can all just be mean to her, we're just gonna find it.
That's
Send her pictures of tables.
Yeah. We'll put it in the show notes if you feel like being mean to an adult that doesn't know it's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Low Cast. I'll see you next week. Mwah.